One of the ways you're vulnerable, we've already talked about, is through your ability to think. One of the other ways that you're vulnerable, that we've already talked about, is that you're a physical being. Today we're going to be talking about how you are vulnerable through your emotions. Our emotional aspects, unfortunately, if we are not making certain that we are the one who is in control of our own emotions, we can lose control of our emotional aspects. We can be driven into fear. We can be driven into anger. We can be driven into hatred. We can be driven into anxiety. All of those can be very powerful motivators. But they're not the only emotional aspects that can be used against you. We can be fooled into love. We can be fooled into believing that we have attained joy. We can be fooled into happiness. We can be fooled into ecstasies. A charismatic speaker knows how to play their audience to induce emotional responses. It's part of motivational speaking. It's part of inspirational speaking. If you go see a keynote address, a keynote speaker, almost always they are going to try and touch you emotionally. This is normal. This is part of social interplay. However, it can be used against you. It is something you must be aware of, that your emotions can be manipulated by another person. And you must understand that all people who are influencing your emotions, not all of them may have the purest of ulterior motives. A manipulator will look like, they will chameleon a good guy. But their ulterior motive is not good. Their ulterior motive for a manipulator is control over you. And they will lie to do that. They will pretend to be something they're not in order to do that. We've talked about how a speaker can do this, a professional speaker or a public speaker can do this. That includes pastors and teachers as well. Anyone who is in the public eye, politicians, all work to be able to catch you emotionally. How many times have you watched an advertisement and had an emotional response? That's part of social influence, but you must recognize that it can be used against you if you should unfortunately run into somebody who does have those ulterior motives, someone who is working towards manipulating you. Having a very good idea already in place as to what love means to you, knowing already what you fear, knowing already what kinds of things make you angry, helps you safeguard your emotions so that they are less likely to be open and vulnerable to a manipulator. But a lot of the key is simply even recognizing that you can be manipulated there. As I've said before, extreme manipulation is only normal social influence on steroids. We'll talk more later.